You're watching Local News Durango. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. The Montezuma County Historical Society finally has a permanent home for its historical artifacts, photos, family histories, and other memorabilia. Earlier this year, the Society signed a long-term lease with the Montezuma County Commissioners to convert the old Social Services building at 35 South Chestnut Street in Cortez. The building became available after the county built a new Justice Center and turned the former courthouse into an administration building.
I went to the commissioners once a month to keep the Historical Society's name in front. And one day they called and said, "Ann, can you come in? I think we have a building." And so I went in and met with them, and they gave us a long-term agreement lease on that building.
The Historical Society's collections have been displayed in borrowed spaces since the 1950s, when they first occupied the basement of City Hall. As the Cortez city government grew and took over that space, the collections literally traveled from the library to the senior center to the basement of the Justice Center. Brown said the Historical Society started its fundraising to remodel the Social Services building about a year ago. It now has about $250,000, with $50,000 more to go. More than 200 individual donors have contributed, and the Society received about 8 grants for the project, including a $100,000 grant from the Colorado Department of Local Affairs. The building will have a meeting space for presentations, rooms for both permanent and rotating displays, and a gift shop. And it already complies with ADA requirements because it was a county building. Volunteers already have spent 500 hours demolishing the interior to get the building ready for new construction. In the meantime, the Society is soliciting historical photos and stories from area residents and businesses to add to its collection when the new museum opens.
When you think about the purpose of this museum, it is to tell our stories and save our history. That's our slogan. And one of the critical ways to do that is by preserving and being able to display and or at least have on permanent file all of the historic images we can find that are part of the story of this county.
Brown said the Historical Society has the funds to start construction now, but it wants to raise $50,000 more to create a top-notch museum for the community.
We want to have a totally professional-looking museum that just blows everybody's socks off.
The museum is expected to open next spring. To learn more or to make a donation, visit MontezumaHistoricalSociety.org. Thanks for watching this edition of Local News Durango. You can find this and other local news stories on DurangoTV.com, where you can sign up for daily stories delivered to your inbox. You can also catch us on Durango Cable Channel 15 or on our digital network at various locations around town. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle for Local News Durango.